Welcome to this introduction to our global search extension. I will now go through the different configurations and explain to you how to configure the add-on. To use the add-on, you can just click on this icon here to open the search, or you can also use the shortcut, which opens also the dialog, and then you can just type searching for any word. For example, I search for the word wood, and then I will find all the contacts that are associated or found by this search term. If I click on any of the results, it will open the corresponding form view, and that's basically how the global search is working. Now to configure this search, you can go to technical. In the settings, you need to be in debug mode for that, and then you will find here the menu for the global search. Now I have here 3 different configurations which are intended to be a showcase to show you how to configure the different variations of the search. The first example is probably the most basic one. I will search for the contacts model, and I use the name search for this case, and I limit it to 5 search results, and I display the display name. So this is like the most basic configuration you can have, and it will already work, and it will result in finding the contacts based on the name search function. Another example would be for products. Here I don't use the name search, I use the regular search, the classic search, and I limit it to 3 records. I also show the display name here, but furthermore I also define here a specific search view and a specific list view, which is used if I do the search more. So if I have more results, then I have here specified by my limit. I get this search more option. For example, if I search here for 1, I still get more than 3 results, so I have this search more option. And if I click on that, it will open the regular search dialog, and I can specify here the search view as well as list view or the Kanban view for mobile devices. If I use the classic search, it's necessary to define some kind of domain. You won't search for anything. So you can either use, when you're in debug mode, you have the option to just write the domain out. I can switch to the debug mode here to showcase this. So then you have the code editor, and you can just write the domain just by typing it, or you can use the edit, and in this case you have some special keywords which can be used in the domain to make it adhere to your search query. For example, to be able to search for name and the internal reference, I use the special keyword self to indicate that it should be replaced by the search result. I can also test this out. I can, for example, write here something in the search value, and then you will see that here this computed domain will showcase how the actual search is performed. To write these keywords, you need to keep in mind that if you just write here any word, for example, if I write here self, the domain will be quoted, so the word will be inside quotes, so it won't work. To that, you need to write it with this star character, and if you do that, it will recognize it as a special keyword and then insert it correctly. If you now search for the product and go for search more, then you will see that it also uses this search arguments to search this list for you. So if you click here, for example, you can see that it created the correct search domain also in this search more environment. Last but not least, I have here a configuration for sale orders, and this is also a name search, but here I want to have an expression instead of the display name. This could be necessary if the display name is not really useful for the search. In the case of sale orders, for example, the display name is just the name of the sale order, and I want to display here the name of the partner as well. That's why I'm using here expression. The expression is Python expression you can use, and it will be used to determine the name to display in the